right, we are Basement Tapes number 76, and we have got a set for you. Still in 1958. We knocked out the baseball, but we have to talk some football here. And of course, big fan of the vintage football and 58, no exception. These cards here, I have 49 of these. So a little light on the vintage, or on the 1958 football set. And missing the big one, of course, but that is on my radar of items to pick up eventually. 58 baseball. We'll talk about the design in a little bit, but man, this really is the influence. It's almost like we're seeing 59 baseball the year before in this 58 design. But let's talk a little bit about this. Uh, Wait a second here. Let me look at something. It says I have 49. Okay, gotcha. So, the 1958 top set of 132 standard sized cards contains NFL players. After a 1 year interruption, team cards returned to the Topps lineup. The cards were issued in penny, nickel, and cello packs. Card fronts have an oval player photo surrounded by a solid color that varies according to team. The player's name, position, and team are at the bottom. The backs are easily distinguished from other years as they are printed in bright red ink on white stock. The right hand side has a trivia question with which the answer could be obtained by rubbing with a coin over the blank space. The left side has stats and highlights. The key rookie cards in this set are Jim Brown and Sonny Jurgensen. Topps also randomly inserted in packs a card with the words free felt initial across the top. The horizontally oriented front pictures a boy in a red shirt and a girl in a blue shirt with a large yellow L and A respectively on each of their shirts. The card back indicates an initial could be obtained by sending 3 bazooka or bologna wrappers and a self-addressed stamped envelope with the initial of choice printed on the front or back of the envelope. According to a note in the December 15th, 1958 issue of Sports Illustrated, 110 million cards were produced for this issue. Interesting factoid from Sports Illustrated, but 134 cards, 61.35 average for those total cards, and total value $8,221. A set of these will be between $2,000 and $5,000. 28 rookie cards were being told by Beckett OPG. Jimmy Brown, of course, the big one, and I'm sure a couple players like Unitas or Star are also listed in the top several win, place, and shows here. So let's see. Jim Brown, of course, legendary card in a hobby. Bart Starr and Unitas are numbers 2 and 3, respectively. Jurgensen does come in at number 4, tied with Unitas in card value. So let's go to Beckett OPG. We did that. Let's go to TCDB. 1958 Topps cards. Gorgeous cards. I am really kind of preoccupied with at least 2 of the Chicago Cardinals cards. Of course, the Cardinals would move not that long after 1958. But we have the Baltimore Colts, Chicago Bears, Chicago Cardinals, Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, Los Angeles Rams, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, Pittsburgh Steelers, San Francisco 49ers, and Washington Redskins. And not one Cowboys fan existed at that point. Thank goodness. What a great time. 34 Hall of Famers in here. Bobby Lane, Marchetti, Robustelli, Stanfill, Emil Tunnel, Lou Groza. They're all there. Everybody, every one of them. So didn't have the issues we had with baseball back then. Football players just loved the cards. Rookie cards, 27. Of course, we talked about Jim Brown, Syracuse legend, Long Island legend, all that stuff. Inserts and related. There's the felt initial card. I think I have one of these, if I'm not mistaken. So big thing to put your first initial, as we learned from Laverne DeFazio on Laverne and Shirley. Put your initial on your front of your shirt. Let everybody know your own branding. Comments. There's a couple comments from Ratfin Kroll. One of the first cards I ever pulled from a pack was a Jim Brown rookie card, 1958 Topps. I always thought he was cool, and the card was great. But no way did I have any idea, being 7 years old, that he would become so dominating. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Oxford commas in there. I kind of wish I hadn't sold my collection from back then, but it went for a good cause. My kids' Christian school needed a set of encyclopedias in the 1980s. Still love the hobby, sucker. Roy Boy, Connecticut says, again, vintagefootballgallery.com if you want to look at some more pictures of cards. Trivia, 1959 Topps Baseball used a similar design as the 58 Topps Football. I said that first. Again, if it hasn't been mentioned, they're 2.5 by 3.5 standard size. Of course, gallery, just beautiful cards. The coloring, in fact, Bobby Lane could be accused of having the same background color as Bob Gibson the following year, if you wish to believe that. Joe Schmidt, great card. I'm going to tell you right here, folks. I'm going to get to the gist of it. My favorite football card of all time is in here, and I'm just going to take a shortcut to it. I didn't plan this out, but it really is my favorite football card of all time. So let me see if I can dig it up here. For us, McCann, there's McCann there. 1958 would be a great card. Bam, there it is. So the 1958 card number 68, Topps Football, Lamar McCann. He is in the air with a football over his head, with 2 linemen blocking in front of him in old Comiskey Park. I just think it's a beautiful card, a park that's long gone, a team that no longer exists in the Chicago Cardinals, and really is a true beaut, if you ask me. Card 68, Lamar McCann, quarterback, Chicago Cards, college, Arkansas, years pro 3, height 6'1", weight 197, age 25. McCann owns one of the most talented pitching arms in the NFL. Last season, he ranked 5th in the league in forward passing and was credited with the longest touchdown pass of the year, an 83-yarder. He can also run, so don't sleep on him. His passing record is in there. Completion percentage is under 45%, both last year and his entire career. Forward pass was still kind of being figured out there, but it was nice of them to feature it on the front of the card, if you ask me. TCG copyrighted, printed in USA. Rub edge of coin over blank space for the magic answer. It says, who caught the most TD passes in one game? I don't know the answer, but let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't know the answer because the rub off, as they say, just isn't that visible. Let me see if I could find that. Let me see if I could find that Chicago Cardinals card, because the Chicago Cardinals card is also beautiful. These, again, are team cards that were reintroduced by Topps in the 1958 set. So let's see here. Man, they are not helping us at all, are they? Let's see. Football 1958 Chicago. Maybe I misspelled stuff, huh? It's in there somewhere. So anyway, that card's gorgeous, and I can't really find it here, but I won't bore everybody. I think this is a gorgeous set. I would like to complete this set, and I will do what I can to complete the set, because I just think it is a great time in card history as well as football history, kind of showing us some things that don't really exist anymore. For instance, the Chicago Cardinals are now in Arizona after a long layover in St. Louis. So anyway, that's the 1958 Topps football set, which we will see in spirit and in execution in the 1959 Topps baseball set. Jim Brown rookie, legendary card in the hobby, and not only for football but overall, it's one of those probably one of the bigger cards, if not the biggest, most sought after rookie cards in football. They're bigger cards, of course, but this one is a pretty big deal. So 58 Tops Football episode 76 is